Paul here from the Complete Personal Training Podcast and Meldrum Performance Training with another 5-minute tip, your client avatar. Very, very popular tool used in internet marketing and generally working as a personal trainer in general, trying to find your ideal client avatar, the person that you serve the best and the person that is best suited for what you do and the one that you want to build your business on. It's a very, very trendy model, and I don't like it. I'm going to be upfront. I don't like it at all. I think it's terrible because most people get it when they're a new trainer who has not established who they are, what they like, what they're good at, and where they want to develop their career. So I think the whole idea of developing an avatar early on in your career or a niche is a terrible, terrible idea because what it does, it effectively limits you from the amount of clients that you can work with, the different types of people that you can work with, a number of different things. And what it does is it gives you something to fail with. So for example, if you're working with one of these marketing gurus and they say, are you speaking to your avatar on social media, etc., etc., and you're like, yep, I am, but I'm not getting any bites, they can say, well, you just haven't narrowed it down enough. What it does is it effectively takes the blame off of their protocols and their procedures and the way they attract clients for you, because you're looking for an avatar without any social proof. So you've never worked with this group, you've got no skin in the game, you haven't spent a long time working with this particular client group at all, and you've got no actual clients who people who follow you for your reputation on your social media profiles that you can actually work with. It's highly unlikely that your avatar is scrolling for a hashtag that suits their particular needs. So what is a young, up-and-coming personal trainer to do? My advice is, as always, to work with the widest range of clients that you can possibly work with. My very first mentoring student has become incredibly successful in the world of professional athletic development and also amateur athletic development, running the biggest athletic development gym in Australia, and he's doing an absolutely fantastic job. When he started off though, he knew what he wanted to do very long term, but he still worked with every single client that he could. And in the podcast appearances that he makes and in his writings, he actually talks about how to speak to normal people and learn how to talk about things like married at first sight and stuff like that, rather than everything that just caters to that very particular niche. Because you have to become a good person and a personable personal trainer to become a successful personal trainer, because there is a lot of time in between sets and reps, a lot of situations. So you need to be able to communicate with people, build a rapport, build a bond, and then your coaching strategies will become more effective. Secondly, what also happens is that you start seeing more patterns. So the more things that you're exposed to, the more common patterns of pain, dysfunction, whatever you want to call it. We won't really worry too much about dysfunction today, because that's a topic for another podcast. But we need to be able to see patterns and we need to be exposed to them for that to happen. Once you do that, the lessons that you learn from certain clients can be applied to totally different client groups. So with myself, for example, I'm working with a lot of higher level physique people, and with their goals, I actually see a lot of stuff I learned from corrective exercise and working with people in chronic pain being really applicable to this group of people. The only difference is a psychological difference where they're willing to push through whatever pain because their goal is super important to them. So takeaway for this episode is basically what I want you to do is scrap the idea of an avatar if you've been doing this for anywhere less than 5 years, okay? You want to be looking at, particularly if you're working in the commercial gym, because it's highly unlikely your avatar goes there. From here, start working with as many different types of people as you can. If you've been avoiding people, it's probably a great idea to start working with the people that you've been avoiding, because you'll develop the skills that those people give you. So guys, if you do that, you'll be a much more successful personal trainer, you'll have a lot more people to sell to, and you'll build a much better ability to build rapport quickly with people.